And I am going to turn my video off so I don't distract myself. So welcome everyone. My name is Lou Ann Pecorelli and I live in Utah. And I'll be your host for tonight's webinar. If you're new to Reliv, you may be asking, what is Reliv and how can it help me? You see this up here, don't just live, relive. And that's what it's all about. So Reliv International is a food science and nutrition company, and it's been in business over 33 years, in our 33rd year actually, and the products are clinically proven, they're patented, backed by science, and what I love is they're guaranteed to work. We are the only epigenetic nutrition company in the United States, and our company is built on integrity and strong family values, which is really important. So why is Reliv and Reliv products different from anything else out there? And I think this is really important, this Reliv difference. It's the bioavailability. And what that means is it's absorbed. And Reliv uses only the highest quality nutrients that are available to rapidly absorb. I took handfuls of vitamins specifically for muscles, bones, and joint issues, and I had no results. But my Reliv shake was absorbed, resulting in improvement with my muscles and bones and joints. I think the other thing is synergism, the ideal combination of ingredients in our science-based formulas, and that brings out the full potential in all the nutrients. Before Reliv, I took a product called Pignogenol. It was one of the most cutting-edge ingredients available. And when it was added to Reliv's Now, the owner of the Pignogenol company stated it was more effective because of the synergism in the Reliv products than even though I'd been taking it by itself. It's that ideal combination of ingredients. And then we have optimal nutrition. It goes way beyond minimum daily requirements. And optimal leads to greater health benefits and improved quality of life. My mom was a perfect example of this. She was 80 when she started on Reliv. And in 3 months, her doctor was looking at her blood test and he said, I don't see nutrition like this in 80-year-olds. And so it gave my mother an improved quality of life until 94 years old when she passed away. And it was just wonderful for her. So we have those guaranteed quality ingredients, and that's so important. And the rigorous testing means that what's on the label is in the can. So the biggest difference is the product works. And if you get nothing out of tonight's webinar, remember, our products work. And all we have to do is drink it consistently. And I love the fact that Reliv's research and development is right here in the United States. So meet Dr. Alfredo Galvez. I love Dr. Galvez. He's our chief research scientist, and he's the discoverer of Lunasen soy peptide, which we'll talk about later. Our products are backed by science with 10 product patents, clinically proven formulas, and we are the pioneers in nutritional epigenetics. So what is core nutrition? These are our core nutrition products. And the core nutrition is that synergistically balanced nutrition that we talked about, patented as a whole food working at the epigenetic or the cellular level, and our bodies respond. Everyone needs core nutrition, as it is that combination that our bodies need to thrive. So if you're wondering what NOW stands for, it's Nourish Our World. So we have the children's product comes in chocolate and vanilla. We have Now with a whey base. We have, and it's kind of vanilla, and we have classic that has kind of no taste. It's more plain and no sugar in it. And we have the Now with the Luna Rich in it, and it's a soy base. And all of these are the core nutrition that everyone can start on. So targeted solutions help us to customize our core nutrition shakes for our personal health and whatever our fitness goals are. And so let's talk about them briefly. We have digestive health, and we have fiber store for that. And the fiber fills your daily fiber gaps with 10 grams of fiber. We have both soluble and insoluble fiber. It helps, the soluble fiber helps healthy cholesterol and your blood sugar levels. The insoluble fiber helps with gut health. And we have antioxidants in it, reduce bloating. This is a powerful product. And then we have Arth Effect, and this is for joint health. And it helps our joints to perform better. And plus, there's 20 other ingredients in there, including patented Arthread. My friend's a physical therapist, and Arth Effect helps his patients to improve. They can do their exercises more effectively. We have Cardio Essentials for heart health. It's kind of a cherry berry flavor, and it's clinically proven to reduce total cholesterol and blood glucose levels. It promotes circulation and arterial function. And it's a great product to strengthen your heart, and it's definitely needed for our heart health. And we have Glucofect, balances blood sugars. It's a cinnamon cream flavor, supports healthy blood sugars, even healthy weight, and it's clinically proven to target multiple symptoms of metabolic syndrome, and it promotes heart health. Then energy. Who doesn't need energy? We have 24K, and it's a mixed berry flavor. I love this product. I call it my brain nutrition. It helps me stay focused. It's stress relief with no sugar, no caffeine, no crash. 24 powerful ingredients for energy all day and mental clarity. It also breaks the fatigue cycle. My husband and I used it driving all night long, and we stayed very alert. But when we got home, we went right to sleep. Then we have Reverse Age. It's a lime flavor. And who doesn't want to reverse their age? I do. But it is patented, and it addresses the aging at the cellular level. It helps us with hormonal decline, and it promotes mental focus. My friend says she definitely feels a difference with her mental focus. And then we have Provantage. It's a performance product, kind of vanilla flavor. It's plant-based, great for sports nutrition, muscle recovery, fast repair. It reduces muscle fatigue and helps with energy. My grandson says Provantage mixed with Active, which we'll talk about in a minute, is his secret sauce, because now when he goes to the gym, he doesn't hurt anymore, where before he'd come out of the gym and he could hardly walk. Great performance. Then we have Soy Essentials, which is for women's wellness. It's kind of a hazelnut flavor, and it's a plant-based protein. It has the Lunarich in it, which is Reliv's epigenetic food. It helps with hormones, mood swings, PMS, menopause. It's a great source of calcium for our bones and lean muscle. And Energize. It's for hydration and electrolyte replacement. And we just feel restored and replenished after a workout. Or like my son-in-law, he likes it when he's cutting his lawn and he's sweating, and he gets those vitamins and minerals and amino acids and everything he needs out of the Energize. So the regular Energize comes in lemon and orange, and the hydration with less sugar comes in a lemon lime, and is 20 calories per scoop, which I love that. We also have targeted solutions to support the immune system. You see defense on the left, and it supports the immune system with a protective complex. It makes our immune system smarter, and it puts your immune system on high alert. Has a natural antihistamine, helps me with my allergies. Lunarich X, that's the most pure concentrated lunasin that we talked about that Dr. Galvez discovered. It supports our immune system, helps with weight loss and so many things, heart health, metabolic wellness, inflammation reduction, and it turns bad genes off and good genes on in the epigenetic level or cellular level. And what I really like about Lunarich X is it powers up all the other Reliv products. It was also named in 2013 the People's Choice for Favorite New Product by the American Business Awards. And the Fit3 program, another one. I have lost 13 pounds and 5 inches from my waist back to my high school weight using the Fit3 products and being in the Fit3 program. Definitely not a diet. It tastes great. The Active has 15 grams of protein. It's healthy weight loss by making good food choices and moving more, just becoming healthier. It helps with cravings. The burn boosts metabolism, which, as we get older, that could become sluggish. Purify cleanses the liver and helps us burn calories and fat. And if our livers aren't functioning properly, it's hard to lose weight. So this is a complete lifestyle program. We have support. You see Tina Van Horn up there in the right. She's the coach and she helps with exercise. We have free exercise videos and we have a lot of nutrition help and recipes. And then we have the RLV line, the hemp products, and they're organically grown in the United States, non-GMO and gluten-free.
Okay, now it's coming in. Lillian Stone.
Okay. And we have multi-step testing to ensure purity and efficacy. The RLV line is third-party tested from a reputable source, and there's a certificate of analysis on every product. That's very important. My friend's friend was trying to make RLV, the hemp CBD on his own, and he got it all mixed up. So this is a really important thing. Certificate of analysis available on every batch, and you can find that with every one of our products. You will not find higher quality hemp products anywhere. This is another part of Reliv that I love, the Clogers Foundation, where we feed thousands of children daily, adults also, but mostly children through the Reliv Clogers Foundation. We have hundreds of nutritional programs in 9 countries. I was privileged to go to Malaysia with the Clogers Foundation, and I have seen amazing children's results, and even women with AIDS get their life back on these products. This is mostly distributor supported, and it's named after Dr. Theodore Clogers, who was the creator of the original Reliv Classic, one of those core nutritions, and it is in his namesake. But he was taught by his father, be ashamed to die before you score victory for mankind, and all the changes that Reliv is making, not only through the Clogers Foundation, but also in individual lives, I believe is accomplishing that very goal that his father taught him to achieve. So I have some awesome let's talk a little bit about the changes in the Clogers Foundation. You see Rodin from Haiti. He had very severe edema and it comes out in the skin. That's what my mother's legs looked like when she started on the Reliv products because of her kidney issue. And Rodin, in this picture was taken in 4 months, but he had results in 2 weeks. And you can see how clear his skin is. And that's exactly what happened for my mom. Her skin looked like that also on the Reliv product. Rodin today, if I'm not mistaken, goes into the Clogers Foundation and he helps other children. And the children can stay in the feeding programs. This is Rosemary, a 2-year-old from the Philippines, and she weighed 8 pounds, and stood less than 2 feet tall. She had severe malnourishment. And when she was enrolled in the feeding program, you can see how her body developed muscle and she's looking like a healthy baby, not, the size of a newborn at 2 years old. So I have some awesome guests to share the reality of what Reliv can do and has done for them. I'm grateful to call each of them my friend. We have Don Tucci, Jim Shaben, and Mindy Jones, and each of them have earned a lot of recognition with Reliv International. But what I love about each of them is their huge heart to help others. So Don, will you come on first and tell us how Reliv has changed your life?
I'd be happy to, Lou Ann. I'm Dawn Tucci. I'm a registered dietitian. I live in Pennsylvania with my husband and 3 kids. And being a dietitian made me really skeptical starting out with Reliv. But I had gone into menopause in my early 40s and was not sleeping due to hot flashes, also had anxiety attacks. Depression became an issue. I had more migraines than I'd ever had, taking a lot of over-the-counter meds, worried about my stomach and liver, and also had some issues with my knees from long distance running since I was in high school. I actually couldn't run anymore. So I was looking for some answers. I'd worked also in the pharmaceutical industry. I didn't really want to go that route. I tried some herbs, they weren't working. So the friend that had contacted me previously, when I said no to Reliv, I said yes the second time. I was looking for a solution. Got started, and 4 months later, I started to see my headaches go away. By 6 months, the depression was gone. By a year, my hypoglycemia was not a problem anymore. Really a surprise. Didn't think that was changeable. And by a year and a half, all the hormonal stuff was not a problem anymore. And my migraines were gone at that point. First time in my life. I had great sleep, great stamina. A few months later, used a targeted solution like Lou Ann talked about and got my knees built back up so that I could run again. And it's been 14 years. I've done a lot of half marathons and continue to run today without pain. So I love that. And my kids have all had results with allergies, and everybody has a strong immune system. And of course, you know, a few months into seeing the differences with ourselves, I had recommended Reliv to a friend. The doctors really couldn't help her with some issues she was having with pain, and she got results. And that was just such another testimony to me as to what the products could do. So instead of going back to being a dietitian when my youngest went to school, I decided to help people from home with the Reliv products. I felt like that was really a way that I could help people more. And who doesn't want to earn an income from home? No chance of me being fired with this company. And I can work right from the comfort of my own home. That was a blessing. He was actually diagnosed with autism when he entered school. So not a lot of time to work, but in little bits of time, I started building my Reliv business by helping people get their lives back. And in the last couple of years, as he's more on his own, it's been 15 years, I've been slowly growing that income, paying for my family's products, but it's become more of a substantial income, averaging about $2,000 a month. And it's gone over 4,000 some months because this company is just really generous with bonuses. So recently earned a trip to Maui, which is going to be Florida due to the pandemic, and earned a position in this company as a global ambassador. So I have never been so excited. Can't wait to change more people's lives and see where this goes.
Thank you, Dawn, and congratulations on that global ambassador. I did see that, and so proud of you for helping so many people. Thank you so much for sharing and giving hope to more people.
Thanks, Lou Ann.
And Jim Shaven, will you come on now and talk about how Reliv has changed your life?
Absolutely, I'd be glad to, Lou Ann. And I did click my video on, but you know, guys, it was 20 years ago that Sandy and I became a part of Reliv, and I'll never forget as we went to our very first presentation. The room was full of incredible people that were friendly, they were kind, and they took Sandy and I around and introduced us to people. And the thing that we noticed right away is that this was different. And we didn't know what about it was different, but we could feel that it was different. But the big thing was the stories. And that night we heard about the company, the products, the opportunity. And I tell you, when they started talking about the stories that related to these products, we uncrossed our arms and we started really paying attention. And, you know, Sandy and I both had health issues. If you'd have looked at both of us and asked us, or you'd have come up to us and said, boy, you guys sure look healthy, we'd have smiled and said, well, thank you. You're so gracious. But we wouldn't have told you that Sandy had dealt with chronic bladder infection every 4 to 6 weeks for 27 years, that I was missing 2 discs in my neck from degenerative disc disease, that had already had 1 neck operation and that they wouldn't do any more operations. But we were healthy, so we thought, until we got on these products. And then we started to understand what real health was all about. Sandy's bladder infections in 2 months were gone. Guys, now in 20 years, where she used to have a bladder infection every 4 to 6 weeks for 27 years, she's only had 6 or 7 minor bladder infections in all these years. my neck, I got on, when I got consistent, I started seeing results. My pain levels started going down. I started being able to go back to work, played on the living room floor with my grandchildren, giving them piggyback rides. I was sociable again, and that I laugh at that one, but it was, I got my memory back. It was incredible. And 18 months after being on these products, all the pain I'd been told I was going to have the rest of my life, and that there was nothing in the world to help me, Reliv proved that all wrong. But guys, here's what happened. 7 months into taking these products, Sandy looked at me one night and she just said, Jim, I have got to tell people about Reliv. We know what these products have done for us. We know what it's done for others. We know people who want to feel well. And what happened, Sandy started connecting people to stories, just like what you're hearing tonight. I mean, this is what we did. And we did it every day, all day long. And, guys, what happened, people, as Sandy would talk to these people, connect them to stories, they would say, I want these products. And then some of them would say, I not only want to get on these products, but can I earn some income doing this? Can I go help some people get results? And the answer, of course, was yes. Well, in 60 days time, 2 months time, Sandy built an organization of over 60 people. And people were getting results in the products. People were starting to earn $100, $200, $300, $400, $500, $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 a month. And some of those gals even earned over anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 a month their first year. And they worked hard. And Sandy earned, incredible income. And I joined her into business the second month, after she'd been doing this for about 3 or 4 months. And guys, it has just been incredible. We have created some of the most incredible friendships since being a part of Reliv, lifelong relationships. We've helped, I don't know how many people, but a lot. And I tell you what, it's just so rewarding to know that we've been able to reach out and make a difference in other people's lives. It's great to be with you all tonight.
Thank you, Jim. And I think you said it very well. It's great to know we can make a difference in people's lives. Reliv has the solution, and, pain-free, that's awesome. A lot of people, that's what they're looking for. Thank you so much, Jim.
You're
And
welcome.
now we'll go to Mindy Jones. And Mindy, can you come on and tell us, has Reliv made a difference in your life?
Oh, it's been a huge difference, Lou Ann. I can't even imagine where my life would be today if I hadn't said yes to Reliv 30 years ago. And I could look at this picture of my 2 little grandbabies, because that's why I keep doing Reliv, because and not only that, but just changing people's lives. I never get tired of it. But I was introduced to Reliv 30 years ago. At the time, I owned a ladies' clothing store here in Atlanta. I was working 60 hours a week, and I was tired, run down, stressed out, and broke. I'd gone through my entire savings trying to keep my store open. I was living less than paycheck to paycheck. My house was on the market for sale because I didn't know how I was going to keep making my mortgage payments, and I was scared. And I had gone on a search looking for a way for extra income and looking for more time freedom to come home and be a full-time mom to my 4-year-old daughter. Reliv came into my life through a friend, and she invited me out to a presentation at her house, and I saw just what you're seeing tonight. I heard the stories that got my attention, but then I met people that were making $1,000 and $2,000 a month, and that cracked their lives around full-time careers. And I met a guy that night that was making a 6-figure income who had never gone to college. And I thought, you know what, if he can do it, so can I. So I got started that night on the products. Didn't really think I needed them. I've always been pretty healthy. But 10 days after being on the products, I remember calling my friend and saying, what's in this stuff? I felt fantastic. I started waking up in the morning before my alarm clock. I quit having that afternoon slump, and I added 3 productive hours to my day at the end of every day. My cravings for chocolate went away. I didn't know if I wanted that to happen because I love chocolate, but as a result of that, I lost 10 pounds and got down to my goal weight in the first 30 days. Within 3 months, I was no longer anemic, and my doctor took me off my iron supplements, and I've been able to donate blood for the first time in my adult life. I used to get fever blisters 3 or 4 times a year. I've had 1 in 30 years, and that one result would keep me on these products forever. I quit having leg cramps. The condition of my skin started improving. My hair and my nails started growing like crazy, which I knew was one of the first places that good nutrition showed up. And fast forward to today, I've been through menopause. I never had hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings. My blood levels are in the normal range with cholesterol and triglycerides and everything like that. I don't have issues with plantar fasciitis in my feet anymore. And I'm getting ready to turn 65 this year, and I feel just as good at 65 as I did at 33. And the people that I know that aren't on Reliv don't feel better as they get older. They have aches and pains and all kinds of issues. And I think my best results would be prevention. But I went back to my friend and said, I want to do this as a business. Can you help me? I don't know anything about nutrition. I've never been involved with a home-based business, but I'm willing to work and I'm teachable. And so she showed me the compensation plan. It made the most sense to me to come in at the top profit level. I love the fact that it came with actually back then it was a 90% guarantee. Today is 100% money back guarantee for an entire year. So I jumped into the top profit level and I ended up selling $5,000 worth of product without having a clue what I was doing in my first 30 days. Within 11 months, my income went over $10,000 for the first time. And that tripled the amount of money I'd ever made at my store. But people started calling me back and thanking me for introducing them to the product, and people started making money. And I ended up selling my dress shop so I could do this full time. I thought if I could do that part time, imagine what I could do full time. But the next many years, I got to be the room mom and the team mom and go on the field trips and take my daughter to school every day and pick her up every day, which as a single mom was huge. I mean, most single moms that I knew were working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. But it's been a blessing I could have never imagined. Today, my business is growing right from my kitchen table all around the world. It's now in 14 different countries. I'm debt-free. I paid cash for my daughter's college education, a 5-day destination wedding down in Florida. And that would have not been possible had I just continued to work at my store. So the money's been great, but I love the time freedom. I've always had a heart and a passion for doing volunteer work, and I spend about 50% of my time and my life to giving back to the community, doing fundraising and charity work. And that's one of my passions. So I love that. I love to travel too. And I've been on trips all around the world. I literally am learning my geography through Reliv. One of my favorite trips I ever went on was one of the mission trips that you just shared a picture of through the Clogers Foundation. I got to go to the Philippines and actually meet these kids that were living in dump sites and walking 2 and 3 miles at age 4 and 5, for miles coming to our feeding centers. I mean, we are building schools and churches and community centers and literally changing these kids' lives. And when I went to that trip in the Philippines, I got to help teach kids how to brush their teeth and brush their hair. And I'll tell you, they were the happiest kids I've ever met. And they had nothing but the clothes on their backs. So I'll tell you, I came back from that trip and I thought, you know what? We got to build Reliv bigger here in the United States so we can go help more kids all around the world. It absolutely is changing people's lives. I love the fact that every dollar that we make as a distributor represents lives that are being changed, both on this product and through this business opportunity. And I will forever be doing Reliv for the rest of my life.
Thank you, Mindy. You said it all very well. We can end with the stories of Don and Jim and Mindy. That's what it's all about. It is those changes. And for me, I will tell you, I started on Reliv because of the products. Just like Jim, I had pain. My doctor told me surgery was my only option. I've never had to have that surgery. I am 15 years older because I've been involved with Reliv for 15 years and I have absolutely no pain. Who gets better as they age? Just like Mindy said, you're hearing that. And sometimes I think people think that that's the only way to be, the aging process, we just get worse. But with Reliv, we do not. I also had a very severe genetic cholesterol issue, and my cardiologist said nothing I ate, nothing I did would make any difference. Well, Reliv made a difference, and my cholesterol is in total ranges now, in good ranges. And I have a stronger immune system. I don't get sick every spring and fall like I used to. And my mom was my biggest thing, biggest achievement, I would say, with Reliv, because at age 80 she had kidney failure, and her kidney lasted up until the day she died, and she did not deal with those issues once we got her on the Reliv. Like I said, with Rodlin's legs, that's how my mom's legs looked. So it's just amazing what happens. And Jim and Mindy and Don, thank you so much. And each of you made a comment about, you can't help but share with other people. And that's exactly what happened for me. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. Mindy mentioned about the compensation plan, and Jim mentioned, just calling and helping people, and Don did the same thing. And that's all we do, is we help people and give hope when there sometimes is no hope. So we're going to talk about that for just a minute. So we mentioned Reliv's been in business for over 33 years, and it's a solid business. We belong to the Council for Responsible Nutrition, and that's actually the science behind the supplements. You'll see that on TV, CRN a lot. And we are a member of the Direct Selling Association. And you see Ryan Montgomery, our CEO, right there in the center of the Reliv employees that work at headquarters. And he's just been asked to be on the Direct Selling Association board, and that's quite an honor. And we're so proud of Ryan and for the company and all they do. So there's 5 ways to earn money or save money, and you always have a choice with Reliv, and we're going to talk about that very briefly. So everybody knows about retail profit. And with Reliv, you can retail profit anywhere from 20 to 40%. You can purchase the products at a retail price or a wholesale price. When you purchase at wholesale, you can earn that 20 to 40% profit or a savings on your own product, whichever you choose. Everyone is a potential customer. If your friend or your neighbor or your relative purchases $100 worth of product, you profit from 20 to 40% or $20 or $40. And then there's the wholesale profit of 5 to 30%. Now, I knew I could purchase products wholesale because we did that every day in our automotive business that my husband and I owned and operated together. So I went to my friend, I'd been purchasing retail, and I asked how to get the best savings on the product because I'd had such great results. Wanted my own health food store in my basement. And so I decided to purchase the master affiliate order at the top and get the best savings of 40%. This was one of the best choices I've ever made. I didn't know it at the time because I just wanted the products for the best price. But my advertising agent needed the products, my family, my friends. And so I started sharing with everyone. And they decided, some of them decided to start at the 20%, some at the 25%, some at 30, some at 35. And I was at that 40%. And so no matter where they started, I made a profit, which I had no idea that that would happen. So if I was at 40 and someone started at that 25% level and received $500 worth of product, but they only paid $375, I earned 15%. And then the company started sending me checks, and it was just awesome. I thought, gee, I was just helping people. And when I opened that 40%, actually opened up another form of income called overrides. And overrides, so without knowing what I was doing, like Mindy said, she didn't know what she was doing. I didn't know what I was doing either. But by purchasing the products at the best price, I positioned myself in a great business position. And I began earning checks for $1,000, $1,200 monthly. Why? Because the products always worked as long as people took them consistently. So each of my master affiliates, and you can see, you can put yourself up there in that master affiliate box, in the red box. And when you share products with your family or your friends, Reliv will pay you 8% of the products that when someone else becomes a master affiliate, like Susan, maybe your friend, then everything that Susan's group, or I call them little franchises, you get paid 8%. And then if people become master affiliates that Susan has helped and taught how to get results with these products, maybe that's Jim, and then 6% Reliv pays pays you on that group. And it goes on down to 4%, 3%, and 2%. And this is called residual income. You have residual bills. Why should you not have residual income? So, like I said, it's kind of like setting up mini franchises to me. but it's only for $20. The franchise my husband and I started was thousands of dollars. And so this was just eye-opening for me. But in 1 month, I distributed over $32,000 worth of Reliv products, and my total monthly income was $7,000. I was paid wholesale profits, I was paid override profits, and I earned a cash bonus of $4,000. Which leads me to, can you earn a cash bonus? Absolutely. When you start Reliv, you can earn a cash bonus. Reliv has cash bonuses and trips. I earned that trip to Malaysia with the Clogers Foundation, like I mentioned. And Reliv just went to my heart because I could see I could make a difference much more than in our automotive business. I mean, we fixed cars and people were grateful, but and it kept them safe many times, but I couldn't change their life like Reliv changes their lives. And so I did this very part-time around our business. And after all, it's kind of word of mouth advertising, and that's the best advertising that we can have. There's also the Star Director bonus, and you earn additional amounts of money. And we also have the ambassador program, like Dawn just, we were talking that Dawn just became the global ambassador program, part of the global ambassador program. And that is awesome. And Jim and Mindy have been part of that ambassador and presidential director, for a long time. And why is that? Because they've helped so many people. You heard that listening to them. These rewards are for everyone just by going out and helping people to have a better quality of life. So how do you get started with Reliv? There's 2 ways to get started. You can become a customer and start on the products, or you can become a distributor. So you can purchase the products at a discount like we talked about and earn wholesale and retail. That quick start, that getting $500 worth of product for $375. You're saving that 25%. It's free shipping on your first order, and it's a total savings of about $150. Or you can jump in and do like I did and get products for the best price and become a master affiliate and start something that you don't even know you're starting, but it's just wonderful. And you get 35 to 40% savings, and you pay $32.50 and you get $5,000 worth of product. And it's also free shipping on that first order. And if you share that entire order, you would earn $1,750, which is a 54% return on investment, which I know of no banks or anything that's paying that right now. It's a tax write-off for a home-based business, and you have the highest savings and profit for a lifetime. You also have a 1-year, 100% guarantee on any unopened product. And as a customer, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So products are always guaranteed. So what do people need most? You've heard in the stories: wellness, pain-free, prevention, to run again. Like Dawn, are you looking for personal freedom to be with your family like Mindy, or optimal health, no pain like Jim and I were looking for? Each path with Reliv leads to financial security when you help others find what you found and pass the blessing forward. So Reliv is a wellness company. It's physical wellness and financial wellness. So we thank you for joining us tonight. Wherever you decide to get started, a customer or a distributor, or a master affiliate, welcome to Reliv.